Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. I'm just getting everything set up here to get ready for this live stream. I do have several different platforms that I am going live on tonight, uh, so bear with me. I So this is upstate on Hurricane Milton, which is now a Category 5, moving west northwest at 10 miles an hour, 180 mile an hour max sustained winds. This is the Outcast podcast. I am on several different platforms. Folks, I wish I could show y'all more here on TikTok, but I don't have enough followers to go live on TikTok yet from my computer, so you can see what I'm showing everyone else here. But I will do my best to keep you informed. So right now, the storm is scheduled that if it stays to what the weather people are saying, we're going to be hitting the Tampa area on about 2 o'clock in the morning, Thursday morning, at 125 miles an hour. They expect it to be a strong Category 3 at that time. Strong Category 3 Thursday. Right now it is Category 5. They have adjusted the tracks on the models were showing one thing, but there's a news organization I watched down in Florida that has what they call a wobble tracker. And hello, everybody coming in. Thank you for joining in TikTok. Thank you for joining on YouTube. Thank you for joining on Robot Streamer, all the places that I'm streaming. Glad to have you all aboard. And again, I apologize for my TikTok viewers. I just cannot show you what I can show everybody else. If you don't mind just following me, that way I can get my up to 10,000 followers that I need to go live on my computer from TikTok. That way I can get y'all looped in with everything I'm showing everybody else. I'm not here for clickbait. I'm not here to try to get likes and views. I'm here to give you the honest information you need to survive the storm. Right now, it looks like I said, about 2 o'clock Thursday morning, this storm is going to hit the west coast of Florida, right around the Tampa Bay area. And right now, the models I've seen, and they're looking for it to go right over Tampa. I'm going to start the feed here for those of you who are watching.
And a lot of rain, 8 to 10 inches at least.
Otherwise,
Don,
I'm going to get rid of the volume here for a second so you can hear me talking. But I do have the feed is up and running for those of you who can see me the other way. Let me stress this as much as I can to y'all look at me right now. If you are in A, B, or C zone, A, B, or C evacuation zones from Clearwater, Florida down to Sarasota, get out. You don't have to go very far inland, but get out of the area that you're in so that you can survive the storm surge. Right now, storm surge is to be between 8 and 12 feet in the Tampa Bay. 8 to 12 feet in Tampa Bay is a lot of water. That is the entire first story of a house, an apartment building, a condo underwater. Starting to go into the second story at that point. If your house is on stilts and you're on the coast and you are not close to where you're high enough up to survive the storm surge, you need to evacuate. You need to do that now. I know the roads are busy. I'm watching models right now. I'm watching live coverage out of 3 or 4 different stations in Florida. I'm not here for clickbait. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to tell you the truth. And the truth is, this is the worst storm, according to the National Hurricane Center. You can look me up. That it's hit the Tampa Bay area in 100 years. 100 years. Those of y'all watching the Outcast podcast on our other streaming services, it's on the screen here for you now. You can see what's going on. I wish I could show this to you guys on TikTok. I really do. If you follow me on TikTok, if you get me to that 10,000 goal, I can put these graphics up. I can put these maps up for you on TikTok as well. All my other streaming platforms can see what I'm talking about right now. I wish you could too. I really do. Thank you to everybody coming in here. I'm not, like I said, this is not clickbait. This is to get you informed of what's going on in Florida. I've watched too many influencers right now that are just trying to scare the bejesus out of people. Yeah, this is a serious storm. It's going to have 125-mile-an-hour gusts, 120-mile-an-hour winds when it hits. Some of the models are showing it less than that. It's just going to weaken as it goes in. You know, storm that weakens as it goes in does not cause as much damage as a storm that is strengthening. Helene was strengthening as it went in. And because it was strengthening as it went in, it got where it caused more damage. This storm is supposed to be weakening as it goes in, which means it's going to hit and it's going to expand, and it's not going to do quite as much damage as it would wind-wise. Storm surge-wise, it's going to be the same. This is going to come in as a major Category 3 hurricane in Tampa Bay as of right now. You have your updates are 8, 11, 2, 5, 8, and 11. They do update it every 3 hours. As it gets closer to land, the National Hurricane Center will start using what they call radar estimates. So as soon as this thing gets in radar range, where they can use the radar velocities to determine the wind, they won't have to send hurricane hunters out, and they can do spontaneous updates. They did it with Helene. They put a 5 o'clock update out. They put a 5:25 update out. They put a 6 o'clock update out. As things change and it gets closer to land. My thing is, I can't preach this enough right now to all of you in Florida, on the west coast of Florida. If you are from Sarasota up Clearwater, Florida, you need to evacuate and go inland. Go inland. You ain't got to go far. Go to the first available shelter. That first available shelter, I guarantee you, is out of a flood zone. And it's capable of withstanding the storm because it's been designated as a shelter, which means it had to pass numerous inspections to become a shelter. Go to a shelter. Don't forget your fur babies, and please check on the elderly, the disabled, the handicapped. Check on them before you evacuate. A 90-year-old woman is now no longer with us. She passed away in storm surge. Nobody thought to check on her before they left. It floors me that nobody thought to go in and check on this woman. Nobody. They just left her there. So if you got any questions, comments, just put them in the chat. My email address is available as well. You can email me. I can answer any questions. I was way up there in views. This ain't about views. I could care about the rest about views. I just want to get the information out there as best I can. I want you people to be informed. I'm looking at stuff right now that is scaring me. I went through Hurricane Hugo in 1989 in South Carolina. I live in the middle of the state. Hello to everybody coming in. Welcome to my little show here. I wish I could show you what I'm showing my other streaming services, other platforms that I'm on. I can't because I don't have enough followers here on TikTok to do that. What I can tell you is this. This is a very, very serious situation coming in to the coast of Florida. Very serious situation coming into the coast of Florida. This is nothing to play around with. This is going to be serious. 125-mile-an-hour winds. And there's a model they call the GRAF out of WFLA in Florida. They're in the Tampa area. Those guys did really good during Helene. I watched the entire coverage. They did very, very good. Let me tell you this. I have never seen so many people not heed advice. I don't have my camera on my other streaming services. That's why y'all see me doing my mic, and I remember that I'm on TikTok here, so I have to keep using my mic. Folks, this is serious. The next update from the National Hurricane Center is due out at 8 o'clock tonight. I can almost guarantee you it's at 180-mile-an-hour winds right now. I'm going to tell you, if I hope I'm wrong, I'm looking for 190 to 200-mile-an-hour winds. This thing is over the bathtub of the Gulf. This is in the warmest waters that it's going to be in right now. It has no wind shear interference. That's not going to come into play till later this afternoon, tomorrow, when it starts interacting with the jet stream that is broke loose and is coming down. It's going to get wrapped up in that jet. And it's going to get pulled off straight into Tampa as of right now. Things can change with this, and the reason I say that is it does it all the time. This is a hurricane. Things change. That breaking jet stream might not happen. It might not come down. It might not come down as far as they think it's going to come down. It could come down and come down further and pull the storm down further. It could come and pull the storm up, up more or down more, or you just don't know. The wobble tracker that I've been watching, that watches the eye of the storm to the National Hurricane Center track. For the longest time, it was north. The hurricane was north of the Hurricane Center track. They've adjusted the track now. This thing is not going to enter. There's going to be no land interaction with Mexico as they thought before. None. It's not going to graze Mexico anymore. They are now showing this thing coming in as a possible Cat 4, weakening to a Cat 3 right shortly after landfall, and then going to a Category 2. I'm watching this real time Florida WFLA Tampa Bay, watching real time, getting my information as we go. Again, I wish I could show this to you on TikTok. I just don't have enough followers. If you would like to follow me on a different platform, if you would like to see what I am putting out, I am on YouTube at the Outcast Podcast, no the in front of it, just Outcast Podcast. If you've ever heard of Robot Streamer, I'm on there as well. Maybe get my tickers going here for my other people. And you're more than welcome to join me on any of my other streaming platforms. But once I get 10,000 followers here on TikTok, I'll be able to show you that. I'm a green screen. Hopefully the next day or two, I'm going to have my green screen up and going. I want to be one of the creators that keeps you informed of what's going on a daily basis. More of an entertainment as far as storm coverage, if there's a chase in somewhere, whatever. I don't want to be political. I don't want to be any of that. I want to be an informative person that you can come to for accurate information when you need it. When you see me on, I want you to say, hey, there's a source I can trust. He's not going to hype it up. He's not going to make me feel like the end of the world is coming, like some of these creators are doing on this platform and other platforms. I've seen it. I've been watching this all day. I haven't been on all day because I've been on and off, but I've been watching these other creators, and it scares me how some of these people are out to do nothing more than, hey, if I say this, I'll get likes, I'll get clicks, I'll get followers, I'll become the world. People pay attention to that kind of stuff when things pass and things are gone. People are going to look back and say, well, this creator, this influencer, he wasn't nowhere near what he said it's going to be or what it was going to be. Come to me, get accurate information. I'm going to get to you. All right. As of 5 o'clock, the next one, like I said, the next update is 8 o'clock. The National Hurricane Center has it at 180 mile per hour winds. At the 5 o'clock, it's 80 miles northwest of Progreso, Mexico, 905 millibars, moving east at 10 miles an hour. And like I said, they've updated the track to different. It's going up a little bit now versus what it was. It's moving north slightly. Tampa, you are right in the bullseye right now. That could change 2 hours from now. That could change tomorrow. That could change an hour and a half before landfall. You don't know anything. But what I will tell you this, if you are on the west coast of Florida, from Clearwater down to Sarasota, you're in anywhere between 5 to 12 foot of storm surge potential, depending on where you are on the coast. If you're in A, B, or C evacuation zones on the west coast of Florida between Clearwater and Sarasota, take it inland. find the first available shelter with room, get you a motel, whatever is comfortable for you, but get out of the storm surge area. More deaths are caused during storm surge than any other time. Thank you for all the people who are coming in here. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. Please follow if you don't mind. I don't care if you ever come back to this page again. But I need that 10K so I can spread this information that all my other platforms that I'm on right now are seeing the maps that I'm telling you about. They're seeing the graphics that I'm telling you about. I can't do that here because I don't have the followers. Thank you for the followers. Thank you so much for the followers. We need to get that. We need to get this. We need a. You guys need a source. Yes, I would cancel your plans for Disney. Cancel. The reason I tell you that, thank you for all the followers, people. Thank you so much. I appreciate every follow. I appreciate every like. Share it. Get this information out. I want to be your source. I want to be. Hey, that old man Greg is on. Let's go see what he's got to say. I know he's going to give me accurate information. That's what this is about. Please, I beg you, if you are in zones A, B, and C, from Clearwater down to Sarasota, I beg you, evacuate. I beg you, check on the elderly and disabled neighbors that you have. Take them with you. It will not kill you. It will not hurt you to load up an elderly person and take them to the shelter with you. The shelter will take care of them. You can go in and say, hey, this was my elderly neighbor. I evacuated them. Can you assist me? Right now, let me answer this question here. Thank you for the followers. Disney right now, okay. I would not go to Florida for the next 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks. And the reason I say that is Helene hit and went north. Milton is going to hit and go straight across the state and back out into the Atlantic Ocean. It's going to cover the entire state. This is a huge storm right now. The wind field is huge, just like Helene. Helene never made it to Category 5 strength. This storm right now is a Category 5 with 180 mile an hour wind. I would not put it past getting up to 200 miles an hour before it starts weakening again. It's going to weaken as soon as that, if everything comes together the way they say, it's going to come down. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Help me get this information out. I'm trying to get accurate information that doesn't scare people. I don't want to scare you. I just want you to be informed. And that's why I'm on all my platforms right now. And like I said, I wish I could show you on TikTok what I'm showing everyone else. If you're in Florida and you cannot evacuate, call 1-800-729-3413. That is 1-800-729-3413. They will help you get out. Lakeland, Florida. Lakeland, I would batten down hatches right now. Like I said, this storm is a pretty big storm right now. This storm is about 300 miles wide. The wind field, this storm is going to be stronger on the northern side when it hits land than the southern side. So if you take, all right, so that number, okay, you want the number? That number is 1-800-729-3413. Kansas City, you're fine, and you know you're fine. But thank you for the joke there. We needed it. Lighthearted is always good. But thank you for following. Thank you for the like, everybody. Jacksonville, you're going to catch some of it. You're going to be on the northern part of the storm. You're not going to be on the tornadic side. This thing's going to be moving 15 to 20 miles an hour when it hits. It's supposed to 12 hours. It's supposed to be from one side back out into the ocean in that 12-hour period. You're going to get some rain. You're going to get some wind. The projections I'm seeing right now for Jacksonville on the weather channels that I'm watching, I think your max gust right now is going to be about 50 to 55 miles an hour. 3 to 5 inches of rain is what I'm seeing right now. The next update from the National Hurricane Center is due out in 32 minutes. Fort Myers Beach, south end. Fort Myers Beach, right now, this storm is trending north over the Tampa Bay area. You're in the 5 to 8 foot storm surge area, if I'm not mistaken. 5 to 8 foot. Gainesville, Florida, Gainesville. Again, this storm is going to hit, go straight across. It's not going to do like Helene and come in and go up. It's going to go straight across the state. This is a 300-mile wide storm. It's probably going to get wider. This storm is weakening as it's going. So as it's going, it's weakening. And when it weakens, it's not as intense as Helene's going to be when it hits, but it's still going to be strong. But a weakening storm expands. The wind field expands when it hits land. That's what you can expect it to do. You can expect it to hit land and expand because it's weakening, but it's moving fast. No, it will not hit Miami at all as far as it's well north of Miami. You may catch some outer rain bands. You may catch some wind. You're going to catch a little bit of storm surge. I think that side is showing 2 to 5 feet of storm surge. But South Florida, you're going to be fine. Unless this thing shifts south, anything south of Sarasota, you should be fine. You'll get a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind. I think you're like 2 to 5 feet of storm surge south of Sarasota. Sarasota to Clearwater is our main focus right now. That's where you want to focus your attention for now. As, like I said, I'm watching this very carefully. Yeah, no, and I'm glad they did evacuate. Yeah. Like I said earlier, you know, anybody who is elderly that is in zone A, B, or C from Clearwater down to Sarasota, please evacuate them. If you cannot get out yourself, you can call 1-800-729-3413. That is the number that the governor gave out earlier today to help get you out, to help you evacuate. I have not heard anything yet about them activating the Uber like they did last time, but I didn't watch all of the press conference. I've been studying very hard today, trying to get everything together for my podcast and getting everything together for TikTok and my other platforms. So I've been doing a lot of studying. I've been doing a lot of watching. I've been doing a lot of observing. And I've also been on a lot of platforms. Georgia, Georgia, you're not, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, I'm in South Carolina. We got a little bit of the storm. I was just far enough over out of the affected area. We got some wind rain. We got one tornado out of Helene. We didn't get the damage everybody else did. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia. I mean, we're all in the clear. Like I said, this storm is going straight across. It's going to hit Tampa Bay. Let me see. Let me do this. I don't know if I can do it or not, but I'm going to try it. I did this earlier today. It worked out fairly good. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I'm going to pause this. So my other streams, I did pause it. You're not going crazy. I want to show my other people what's going on here. Okay. So if you look right here, you can see Crystal Beach, just above Naples, is your cone. This is going to go straight across and out. Comes in Thursday at 2 a.m. at 125. By 2 p.m. Thursday, it's a couple hundred miles out into the ocean. We all know what the cone means. Now, this cone is going to get narrower as the storm gets closer. So as the storm gets closer, it's going to narrow up, and you're going to notice that this cone is going to get really narrow right here as it focuses in. Let me see if I can, and I'm just using different things here to try to, okay. So here is 5 a.m. Thursday. This is their in-house model for WFLA. These are going to change 15 times between now and when they finalize the forecast sometime Wednesday afternoon, when they get ready to really focus and hone down and on everything. If you live on the Florida-Georgia line, you are going to be fine. You'll be fine up there. This is not a Helene, okay? This is not going to be a big, all right, here's your wind field. Let me run this real quick here so y'all can see it. Here's your wind field. I told you this thing's got a huge wind field on it. This is a big storm. The wind field is big. However, the damage is not going to be that far. Let me stop it right there. Okay. Naples, Port Charlotte, right here Tampa, Crystal Beach. This is where they're expecting it to go in at right here. So my point is, you need to, if you're in Florida and you're in that swamp that I just showed, you need to evacuate if you're in zone A, B, or C. Let me start this feed back up so that the other platforms can hear it. But you really need to focus right now on getting yourself prepared. Now, thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes, everybody. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get to that T and K. Merritt Island. Can you give me about, I'm not from Florida, I'm from South Carolina. Can you give me about a area that might be in? So that area of Florida. So if you can give me a close city, I haven't been able to knock down that much yet. But I thank you so much for the follows and the likes. I need 10,000 followers so I can show you what I'm showing everybody else. I can't do it. I'm on my phone with you guys and my computer with everybody else, and they're able to see the maps. They're able to see the radar. They're able to see everything I'm showing that I just showed you. I mean, Mar-a-Lago, you're fine. A little bit of wind, a little bit of rain. I think 2 to 5 feet of storm surge, nothing major. If you're in southern Florida, from like Sarasota south, you're going to feel some effects naturally. You're going to feel you're going to get some wind. You're going to get some rain. Might get a pop-up tornado as it approaches and you get the spin on. But you're not going to feel the storm surge effects on, the other side of the storm, counterclockwise wind. So if it comes across south of Jacksonville, then everything north would affect that. Let me stop it right here. They just put something up here I want you guys to see. Let me get it back up and running here. Hold on, give me 1 second. I will put this up so you guys on TikTok can see it. Satellite Beach, okay. So you guys, if you are near water on the west coast of Florida, and you are between Crystal Beach and Sarasota, and you are in an evacuation zone, get out. Evacuate. I can't be any more plain about it. Evacuate. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it so much. I'm trying to get to that 10K mark so that I can stream from my computer and show you the models and everything. I'm gonna have a green screen here in the next day or two. That's gonna help me out a lot when I'm on my computer. Let me stop it right there. Okay, I got it. Now, let me show you guys what's going on here. I'll flip you back around one more time. All right. We know this is kind of outdated because we're at 5. This was 9:05 a.m. I don't know why they backed up. This track is a little bit different. Let me see if I can find something a little more. I don't know why it's showing that. Okay, this is here. All right, here's the 5 p.m. advisory. This is the last one. All right, so you are a 5 here, 2 a.m. on Tuesday, 185 miles an hour. And you go right there on Tampa. Oh, Lord, why would, hold on. My mic decided to pop off again. Somebody just reported my live. Folks, I'm not out here talking smack. I'm not out here It was a warning. They're not canceling live, but thank you for the follows, everybody. I'm not out here trying to hype things up. I'm not out here trying to make you guys. I have no idea. Have y'all heard me say anything controversial here? Have you heard me say anything that is not true? I'm sitting here with accurate information in front of me. I'm giving you guys information from WFLA in Tampa, Florida. I'm giving you information from Fox in Florida. I'm giving you information from NBC in Florida. The information that I am giving you people are from the weather people themselves. Land O'Lakes, batten down the hatches. From what I've seen, Land O'Lakes, I'm going to pray for you. I really am. You're looking at right now, from what I can see, 70, 80 mile an hour wind gusts, 5 to 8 inches of rain. That's what I can see right now. Again, this can change. We are 2 days out from landfall. Landfall is estimated Thursday morning at 2 a.m. It's Monday. We have 2 days. A lot can change with a hurricane in 2 days. I've been through, I don't know how many hurricanes I've been through. The last major hurricane I went through was Hurricane Hugo back in 1989. September 22nd is when, 21st, 22nd is when we went through it. So I've been through a Category 5. I know what you guys are going through down there, and I feel sorry for you. What I was going to say earlier before just people reported me, luckily I ain't been kicked off yet. They still have debris on the roads in the Tampa area, Clearwater area, Sarasota area, with last storm surge, where they have gutted these houses out, the cabinets, the walls, the sheetrocks, baseboards. All this stuff is laying out in the street. There's no way they're going to get all this picked up before the storm gets in. They're going to start feeling the effects of this storm Wednesday afternoon. This stuff's going to get blown around like missiles. I went from 300 viewers down to 20. It is what it is. I guess that live report or whatever might mess me up. But anyway. I got a question over here on my other streaming platform. Yes, you are okay where you are. You asked me not to reveal your location. You sent me a message on private. I will not reveal your location. I will tell you that where you are okay for now. Unless this track shifts south, you're fine. If this shifts south, then you may be in trouble where you are. Right now, the current track, you're going to get a little bit of wind. Everybody in Florida is going to get a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind off this storm. It's massive. It's huge. The problem areas right now is going to be from, like I said, Crystal Springs, Sarasota. That is the 5 to 15 foot, depending on where you're at in that area, of storm surge. Storm surge is the #1 killer in a hurricane. It's not the wind, it's not the rain, it's not debris flying around, trees falling on you, power lines falling on you. It is storm surge. 15 feet, imagine 15 feet, a 15-foot wall of water coming at you. The average first-story house is 10 foot, average. 15 foot is now in the second story of that house. If you're in an apartment building, it's now in the second floor apartments. I watched a weatherman on WFLA earlier today that told me that when he bought his condo, when he moved back to Tampa from Miami, him and his wife would not even look at a place for a condo if there was not one available on the 3rd floor or higher. They would not go second story. And his co-host asked him, well, why won't you do that? And he said, simply because storm surge can get into that second story if it's high enough. They haven't seen a storm this strong in this part of Florida in 100 years. And it makes me wonder why people want to tempt fate. And I'm playing the video again from the other streaming sites. But folks, this is not pretty. This is you need to get out. You need to prepare. I would strongly suggest that you get check on the elderly. Me and this mic fixing to go out. That's weird. It hasn't operated right in a couple of days now. And I don't know what's causing it. I think my sticker with that sucker in there, so I don't know that anymore. It gets on my nerves. There it goes again. But anyway, let me fix this. Well, all right, there you go. So, anybody got any questions? I'm looking at the chat now for TikTok. TikTok, do you have any questions? And then I'll move on to the other platforms and see who's got questions too. Feel free to go ahead and give me a follow. As like I said, I'm trying to get 10,000 viewers, 10,000 followers, I should say. I need that 10,000 to get where I can go live on my computer and show the graphs and everything that I'm showing now and the information that I'm showing now. All right, let's see here. I'm looking again, and let's see. Yep, it's still showing a Category 3, 2 a.m. Thursday directly over Tampa Bay as of right now. That's as of right now. That can change. This is a hurricane. They wibble and they wobble all the time. I've seen them take last-minute turns. If there's not a strong steering current out there to make them go a certain way, or if that steering current loses its influence, then it will happen. But I need everybody out there to, now is the time to prepare. Not Wednesday night, not Wednesday afternoon. If you are in Florida and you are in the affected area of Crystal Springs all the way to Sarasota, now is the time to prepare. Not next week. Now. Yeah, it's going to move and change. That's why I'm trying to tell everybody. What I'm telling you right now is based on the information I have right now. This could change the next update at 8 o'clock. The cone could go up, the cone could go down. The cone could go below Florida and just shoot straight out into the ocean and never touch the land. We don't know what this thing's going to do. We'll know more when we get into Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. But you're not going. We can't. It's not set in stone. This is a hurricane. This thing has a mind of its own. It's going to go where it wants to go. I've seen steering currents moving a storm in a certain direction, and the next thing you know, it's no longer in that direction. You guys mind if I got up real quick, went and killed this light behind me? Really blinding me. I know it's got to be blinding you. I'm going to get up real quick. I'll be right back. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me see what my restriction is here. It's got me listed on my restrictions, so let's see here. Your live is not eligible for recommendation and restricted in search results because it may contain unoriginal or reproduced content that is in line with the For You feed eligibility standards under our contract. You know what? Whatever floats your boat, people. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just trying to get my information out. But yeah, it can. it can. You're going to notice the storm. This cone's going to go. How many of you watched the coverage of Helene real close? And how many of y'all seen the track go up and down, up and down, up and down, until it finally leveled off about 12 hours or so before landfall? It finally settled down. The track kept changing spaghetti models. The track kept changing with the NHC. And finally, right there, about 12 hours before landfall, the Euro and all the other models started lining up. And that's when we knew exactly where it was going to hit. But you never know what's going to happen. I have got 20% battery life left on my phone. And I can't plug it up, because if I do, I don't know if I can get it to sit good enough for us to be able to do this. So let's try. We're going to try this. I don't want to lose you guys. I want to keep you guys informed just like I am everybody else. If I do lose you, you can find me on one of my other platforms. And, well, nope. Trying to get where I can see your comments. You can see me. I ain't gonna do it. All right, I'm hoping that, whoa, well, put it back up there. That's going to hold it that way. I'm trying to. Okay, got y'all right there in your own charge. Hopefully we don't lose you. TikTok. 10 of you that are here, thank you so much. I'm gonna go in here and look at, like I said, the next update is 10 minutes out. We are 10 minutes out on our next update. 10 minutes out from the National Hurricane Center issuing their 8 o'clock advisory. And their 8 o'clock advisory will be golden for us, because we will get to know exactly what's going on. Now, the other platforms you're hearing me talk right now, and I've got your feed muted from the weather station that I have up here, and that's because I want to be I kind of want to be fair to you guys too. So you're able to see the coverage and able to hear me at the same time, and I want TikTok to know what's going on, because there's so many people on TikTok right now, and there's so many people on other platforms that are just out there with the stupidest information that is nowhere near the truth of what's going on. And they're doing it for views. I know what they're doing it for. I'm sitting here telling you facts. I'm getting my stuff from. I'm even telling you where to go to get it. WFLA, Tampa, Florida. They have a YouTube channel, just like me, and they have 24-hour coverage most of the time right before a storm. If not, they leave their videos up, just like everybody else, and you can go in anytime and you can look at any time. You can verify my information and what I tell you anytime you want to, but I'm telling you where I'm getting it from. I'm not going to hide it and say, no, this ain't where I got it. Okay, so we are about 8 minutes away from what should be the 8 o'clock advisory from the National Hurricane Center. I'm going to go into a different thing right here real quick. Let's see here. I want to see when the what the next of it's going to be. Got the Hurricane Center. Okay. So 4 o'clock it was at 21.8 north, 90.8 west, moving east at 10 miles an hour, 180. I'm on the National Hurricane site right second, actually looking at the NHC site, waiting on the 5 o'clock, the 8 o'clock, I'm sorry, the 8 o'clock update from the National Hurricane Center. That will give us an idea of what the storm is doing. This thing has rapidly intensified from a low pressure yesterday to a Category 5. That's how warm the water is right now in the Gulf of Mexico. And that's why I keep telling everybody. You are on the west coast of Florida between Crystal Springs and Sarasota, and you are in evacuation zones A, B, or C. Evacuate. Don't be one of those people that I'm on here talking about after the storm that passed away. When I'm doing my tributes to the heroes and the fallen. And the reason I call them the fallen is so many people that passed away from Helene were elderly people and disabled people who could not get out. If you need help getting out, that phone number is 1-800-729-3413. That is the number that the governor of the state of Florida gave out for evacuation assistance. They will get you to a shelter. I do believe that I have not heard it. I cannot confirm it. I want to check and see. I know the last year in Helene, they offered the free Uber rides for evacuation to get you to a shelter. I am hoping that I can find some information in on that for my next live feed, which will probably be around 10 o'clock tonight for my last one for the night. And then tomorrow I will do what I'm doing right now, live stream all day, on and off. I'll stay on my major platform. I will stay on all day. TikTok, if you get me up to 10,000 followers, I will put you in on the 24-hour stream, and I will leave you on that 24-hour stream. That 24-hour stream, I put it on WFLA in Florida, and I run whatever they're running. And most of the time, if it's tracking traffic, it's going to keep up their traffic information. Does anybody have any questions before I get off here? I'll be getting off right after the 8 o'clock update comes in. They have, here we go. All right, so as of 8 o'clock p.m., the location is 21.9 north, 90.4 west. It is moving east at 10 still. The pressure has dropped to 897 millibars. That's a big drop. From 904 to 897, that's stronger than Helene. Of course, it's Category 5, and Helene only made a Category 4. They got this thing as a 5 up till Wednesday morning. They got it still hitting as a 3 on Tampa. The cone has not changed much compared to the last update. It's about the same. So, central pressure in the eye of Milton has fallen to a near record low. Milton poses an extremely serious threat to Florida, and residents are urged to follow the orders of local officials. That is from the National Hurricane Center. Certain people, I'm not clickbaiting. Here we go. But I can hear you now. He's just saying that it's right news. Here you go, right here yourself. Where's it at? Right here. So let's read it together. Central pressure in the eye. It's all in near record low. When I tell you something, folks, I can back it up. I'm not here for clickbait. Old Greg says this. Oh, Greg has checked it out. I got myself together. I can back up what I say with information, not guessing. Here's what I think it's going to do. Here's what I'm hoping to do. Here's what it's going to do. This is not time to play. Whoa, sorry about that. Thing just fell. I'll be glad when I get up to 10K. I don't have to put up with this anymore. I can do all this on my laptop. Give me the 10K, folks. Give me the 10K followers so I can put y'all on my PC feed. Y'all can see everything I'm showing you. So let me share this tab over to my main screen here. And now let me get over here. Okay. So did it switch over in the other feed? Yep, it switched over in the other feed. So there, yeah, so there you go. That's your latest update. The other two feeds that are going right now from the National Weather Service. You can see what I was just saying. So there you go, folks. It's major hurricane, Category 5. It's not showing any signs of weakening right now. It's not supposed to weaken, so it's from what I can tell, the continental shelf is about where the weakening is going to take place. The water's not as deep there, so it doesn't have, when it upwells water and storms upwell out in the ocean, they pull cooler water to the surface as they pass over. And that's usually what kills the next storm. Helene was moving so fast she couldn't upturn the Gulf, keep the water to cool the waters down. She was moving so fast she didn't even bring in the cooler weather behind her that we're used to. So this storm is moving so fast that I'm really starting to get scared that the storm surge might be a little bit worse than I thought it was going to be. I hate to say that, but I'm anticipating a rise in storm surge predictions, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you what I think. I'm just going to tell you this could be what happens. Whether it happens or not is not my call. I am not a meteorologist. I've never claimed to be a meteorologist. All I'm doing is trying to tell you, here's A, here's B, here's C. This is the information you have. Do with it what you will. It's there. It's unbiased, unfiltered, 100% accurate, true information that I can back up by sending you to any one of my sources. NHC, National Hurricane Center, has a website. I just showed it to you. I read it, I showed it. I told you that here was the pressure, here was the track. I showed you. Wasn't me. Or one I made up. I showed you. I have begged, rightfully so, that if you're in an evacuation zone, to please evacuate, to please take your fur babies with you, to please check on the elderly and the handicapped, disabled, take them with you to the evacuation. If you're going to family, take them to a shelter and assist them into the shelter and say, hey, I'm evacuating to my family's house. This was my elderly neighbor that could not evacuate. They will help that neighbor. They will take care of that neighbor. You go stay with your family and you have saved a life. All life is valuable. The number one killer in a hurricane is storm surge. The number one survivable part of a hurricane is storm surge. You can get away from it. We are telling you 2.5 days ahead of time. Get out. We can't do anymore as people trying to pass out information than to be honest with you and tell you, get out. The storm is serious. This is the most powerful storm they have seen in this area in a long time. 100 years. since a storm this strong has hit the Tampa Bay area. Folks, if that ain't serious, I don't know what is. All right, so Central Florida, Crystal Springs, Sarasota, your cone across. That cone has actually made a little bit of an adjustment. Instead of going like straight this way, it's going to go and then it's going to come like this right here. So it's kind of like seeing a little bit, not all the way. So it's making those adjustments, it's making those turns that we told you it was going to do. These things are not 100% predictable. We're better at predicting things now than we used to be. The models are a lot better now than they used to be. When Hurricane Hugo, Hurricane Andrew, Katrina, those storms, the models were not as good then as they are now. We had an idea. We knew about what was going on. But the storm surge was higher than the models had shown because our models weren't as good as they are now. And them being as good as they are now means a big, big difference. And I'm losing my audience. I know I am. And I've rambled on for a while here. But I want to thank each and every one of y'all for the follows. I would ask again to try to get me up to 10K so that I can get on here and show the information that I just showed you guys. I just proved to myself as accurate information. I proved to you I'm not here for hype. I'm not here for numbers. I am here to hold on. I freaking live. I am here to give you information, accurate information. I back all of my information up. I'm not on here just rolling it out and saying, ooh, I need clicks, I need likes, I need this, I need that. Like, just get me to 10K so I can pass this information out. I don't care if you ever come back to my channel or not. I mean, it is what it is. It's honesty. I just want to be able to get the information out. If I save one life, with my life, and the information I'm putting out, I've done my job as a human being. I've saved a life. And that's what this is all about. Saving lives. Folks, I am always ready to save a life. I can go right now and pull just so y'all know that I'm 100% serious about saving lives. That I mean what I say when I'm dedicated to saving a life. Folks, I'm a certified firefighter with the state of South Carolina. Folks, I have incident command from the Fire Academy, state of South Carolina. I'm a certified firefighter. Certified firefighter with the state of South Carolina. I haven't fought a fire in years. Ain't gonna lie to you. With my knee going out the way my knee went out, I just could not do it anymore. A recent stroke 2 weeks ago took out my right eye, and my right leg is very, very weak. You'll see me limping. You probably seen me limping a minute ago when I went to turn the light off. I'm in a wheelchair when I go out in public. I've made a big adjustment in my life. I'm not even working right now. My wife, thank God, keeps a job, and she's able to keep us afoot. If it wasn't for her, we'd be hurting because I can't work. So I said, Greg, if you can't work, what's the next thing you can do? In the storm, I've seen the models on the storm because I watch this time of year. I watch models like crazy. I do the same thing for snow season too. I will when winter season gets here and you get to start getting the Alberta Clippers and the superstorms and stuff like that. I'll be here. Wildfires, I'll be here. Earthquakes, I'll be here. this is my life now because I can't do anything else. I can't work. My brain's fuzzy. I went to my job. I worked as an automotive service writer at a major dealership in South Carolina. And I was in my wheelchair, went back my first day, and I was like, can't do this. Because of the type of work I was doing, I couldn't do it from the wheelchair. I don't care what kind of accommodations they were willing to do, and they were willing to work with me. I knew I couldn't do it. After I learned more about how to control my wheelchair and my hands, my legs and stuff, and it is what it is. But let's get back to what we're here for, and that's the storm. We're not here to listen to me babble, are we? So I'll give you the 8 o'clock update. Personally, I thought it was going to get stronger between 5 and 8. I really did. But I'm looking at the last couple of satellite runs here, and I'm starting to wonder if we're not getting an eyewall replacement cycle started. And an eyewall replacement cycle happens on these bigger storms, the Cat 4, Cat 5. That eye will fill in, and it will clear out, and it will reform. The eye will get tighter, the pressure will drop, the storm will get bigger, and you got a monster on your hands. It happens a lot with the eyewall replacement cycle. Don't lose focus on that. Okay, don't look at the cone either. That's a lot of mistakes. People think the only effects are in that cone. That cone is where they anticipate the center of that storm to go. That's why so far out you see that cone gets wide, and as we get closer and closer to the landfall, that cone comes further and further in. It's coming further and further in because it's getting closer, and we know where it's going to hit. It's out really wide right now. So that eye could go anywhere between the center to this side, to this side. It could go outside of this side. It could go outside of this side. It could go anywhere. It's called the cone of uncertainty for a reason. We don't know where the eye's going to go. That's not, people concentrate on that as the damage. Yeah, there's a lot of damage when the eye hits land. That's your storm surge. Eyewall has the strongest winds of any part of the storm. But you can get more damage 15 miles up where it hit from the spin up tornadoes, wind gusts. If you take the eye of a storm and you draw you a cross, a plus symbol, right front quadrant. So this is the center of the eye. This is the right front quadrant right here. This is the worst part of the storm, the right front quadrant, the dirty side, as a lot of y'all know it is. The dirty side. If you're on the dirty side of the storm, that's the problem. And the dirty side of the storm is not in the cone. And the other podcast, they're fixing to hear a sound effect. The dirty side of the storm can affect you 50 miles from the center, 100 miles from the center. The dirty side of the storm, we call it dirty side of the storm for a reason. It's the damage. But I've been babbling for a while here. Does anybody have any questions before I go? Whether it's on YouTube, Robot Streamer, or TikTok. Has anybody got any questions before I go? I will be back. I'm going to be doing another live. Again, folks, please do your best to try to get me to 10K followers as quickly as possible. So when I come back live, I can show my graphics that I'm showing my other platforms. I can show them to you guys. But I can pick the phone up, flip everything around. I know that gets aggravating. And I just really wish I could do it the right way for you guys on TikTok. For a lot of you, social media is going to be the only way you get your information for the next couple of days. There's power outages still out in Florida. There's power outages still in Georgia. The storm's not going to affect Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas. All y'all are good. This storm would have to do a hard left turn, extremely hard left turn, to affect any of y'all. And the steering currents I see coming, it's not going to happen. There's too many steering currents that's going to pull this thing back to the Atlantic Ocean. I don't see it happening. Now, that being said, that can change like that. It can change like that. These tracks can change. Influences can change. What we thought was coming for steering purposes all of a sudden doesn't show up. It doesn't steer the storm the way we thought it was going to steer the storm. Okay, so I'm going to say this before I get off the air. Outcast Podcast, SC, Sierra Charlie, at gmail.com is my email address. If you have any questions, do my best to answer them. You can find me on YouTube at the Outcast Podcast. You can find me on the Robot Streamer at Brigham something 1972. Brigham something, I don't have 1972. Brigham something. That's the 3 platforms that I stream on. I would love to stream live via my computer, my TikTok, and show y'all the graphics and show y'all everything. I even play the weather reports. You know, if WFLA goes live while I'm on, I will cut to them and I will let you hear them. They got to say if there's reports, then I'll go away from them and I'll come back to us because they start going into answering local questions. And if you're in Florida and you say, hey, I want to see that, maybe we'll leave it up, we'll let it go. So I hope all y'all have a good night. Again, please like, follow, subscribe, share. If you're on the TikTok app, please follow me so that I can get up to 10K, so I can keep everybody informed, because I've got nothing better to do. I'll sleep during the day, stay up all night. The storm is probably what I'm going to do. Where's my dog? I'll have to find him in a second. Anyway, y'all stay safe. Y'all be good. I will come in. I don't know if I'll be back on the mountain now. I may. If I do, it'll be about 10 o'clock when I come on. If you got any questions, feel free to email me. I'll give you my email address. You can send me a direct message right here on TikTok. Do my best to try to answer it for you. I think that's everything I had to cover. I wanted to get that 8 o'clock update in there. I wanted to answer some questions. And I thank everybody for coming by. Oh, you're more than welcome. I will be back on. Like I said, if I'm not on tonight, I will definitely be on multiple times tomorrow. With the 8 o'clock update, 11 o'clock update, 2 o'clock update, I will be on all day tomorrow. The only problem is TikTok is going to be kind of hard because I have to do it with my phone. All right, so y'all have a great night. Love you. Please like, subscribe, follow, get the word out there. Pass me on to your friends. I have videos on my page here on TikTok that you can send to your friends, and they can see the track. I'll update and do another one in a little while. I got one on there now. It's got over 100,000 views on it. That was one that I put up and promoted it so it could get out so people would see it. I wanted people to see it. There's so much fake information getting put out there. This is not the time for fake information. Anyway, I love all you guys. Got any questions, just let me know. And I will see y'all guys later. This is the Outcast Podcast, YouTube, Robot Streamer, and TikTok. Y'all have a good night.